Probably the really coolest thing, you know, you can squeeze it. Yo, what's up fam? Welcome to KIXPLORE. This is my channel where we talk everything about sneakers, lifestyle, travel, and a little bit of everything in between. And obviously we're not doing as much travel, but we are doing sneakers today, and we're talking about this sneaker right here, which is the Nike Glide Flyease. Now there have been so many iterations of this actual sneaker. Mainly the one being the most popular is the Nike Flyease. So when this actually released a while ago, there was a bit of an outroar after release day because it seemed obviously that the resellers all got their hands on it and were marking it 3 to 4 times up for the actual original retail price. But yeah, to those that actually really did need it, these people might have some special needs or something like that. They weren't able to get it. They had to pay extra just to get them when they need it the most, kind of thing. So I remember seeing TikToks about it and everything like that. It would have been better if Nike sort of had like a better rollout system for people that actually did really need it and they could actually access it, and to make their lives easier. Going forward from that, Nike has rolled out a lot more of these kind of Flyease kind of designs, which basically is a lot easier to get your feet into and to access, because obviously we all know that like shoes for some people is very easy to get into, you know, kind of just bend over, put them on and kind of stuff. But other people, even like me, man, sometimes I have to really hold my breath, bend over, put the shoe on and everything, and like kind of fit, you know, wiggle my foot in and all that kind of stuff just to put the shoe on. And you know, it can be hard, but it could be a lot more difficult for other people. So I think it's a really good thing that Nike is actually pushing for that kind of innovation, where it is easier to get into, because I know that they've made cleats, like football cleats, that have a strap at the back so it's easy to get your foot in, strap it in, and then you're ready to go. There's a lot of kind of different even like other concepts of this bit, the Flyease. I know there was an Air Max version, there's a Jordan 1 I think it was, or Jordan version of it, where it's got this kind of technology, you know, to easily get your foot in. So you can see there, that's probably the really coolest thing, you know, you can squeeze it. Looks like a hamburger almost. So that's a really cool design, and that's probably the biggest feature of the Nike Glide Flyease. This is actually designed by the brand KIXPLORE. I saw that from the Wear Testers review. I wouldn't have found that out if you know, Mr. Wear Tester himself didn't actually say it. But yeah, it's a different company, but Nike is licensing or paying for the licensing to use this technology and to use it in their shoes. Nike is Nike and all that kind of stuff, but it's still really cool. I mean, this sneaker looks a bit alien. It has that kind of alien vibe or futuristic vibe to it, well, mainly because of this bit. Yeah, you know, because you don't really normally see this kind of stuff on sneakers, and it's basically really there just to make you know, your life easier. So it's like a hard plastic, you know, but it's very malleable, so it really flexes and stuff. So it's glued onto the midsole here, this part of the midsole, and then there's nothing there, so there's nothing holding it there in this part, but it is stitched over here, over in that kind of portion of the upper collar and everything else. So this basically counts as the heel counter, you know, to stiffen the back. This black material over here that you can see, this is pretty much, it's really stiff and rigid over here at the top, but everything at the bottom, that black bit down there, is very, yeah, it's soft. It could really, you know, it's very, yeah, it's like there's pretty much nothing there, so you could put your finger in there and it moves straight away. So the only rigid thing is this bit, and obviously the red KIXPLORE design concept that is over there, which allows it to be, you know, able to be deformed or formed in this way, kind of, yeah, crushed or, you know, squashed, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's really cool. I had tried it on. Basically it does feel like you need to I don't know, I wouldn't say it would be easier if you didn't use your hands, but you can get your foot into it. You have to like kind of wiggle like yourself in, and but obviously if you have your hands to use, you can like pull tab here, this where it says Flyease. So you pull that, put your foot in, and then you can kind of squash this and wiggle in, and it is really easy to get into, obviously. But I'm just kind of complaining and trying to say that, oh, is it really hands-free? Yes, it is hands-free. You can get into hands-free, but it like I just in my mind I kind of wished it to be a lot easier. It's just like kind of a glide in, and then that's it. You know, that's all the effort that you needed. But obviously not yet. This is probably the next best thing. And yeah, what's surprising is yeah, they're still available. There's still lots of these available. It probably came out a month or 2 months ago. I'm not really sure, but it's still quite an extraordinary shoe just by looking at it. So other kind of details you want to know about this is that it is 20% recycled material, and just by looking at it, it looks like it's probably more than 20%, because when I'm looking at the midsole or the sole, man, it is crazy. It looks like the whole thing looks like it's recycled, because I gotta admit, when you're looking at it here in the video or in hand, it looks like, yeah, it looks a lot kind of textured compared to what you see obviously in the photos. So you can really see it really looks like hundreds of, like, you know, the sprinklings for hundreds of thousands of stuff. That's what it looks like. And you put it into like vanilla ice cream, that's what it looks like. It's very like colorful, and it's got these different panels here as well in the outsole. So it's got this gray one over here that goes to the tip of the midsole, and it's got the red version at the back. Because I know there's two colorways. There's an orange version, and there's also an orange gray version, and there's also this one. Obviously it actually looks like salami or pepperoni, whatever you gotta call it. That's what it feels like. It looks like in the back. You kind of stepped into a giant like slice of salami or something like that. That's what it looks like. But overall, it's still pretty cool. If you guys didn't know that, I think the athletes from the Olympics for the USA were wearing this. So I don't know if they were wearing this one exactly, or if they wore a different special like Olympic athletes kind of version. But I do know that these were used in the Olympics. Pretty cool, because yeah, it is a very ventilated sneaker, because it is very hot in Japan right now. And yeah, you can see inside, right? If you look inside, it is quite the light really goes through. Yeah, so there's a lot of ventilation going into the sneaker, and it's just pretty much this mesh material at the top. So it kind of reminds me a lot like the Presto. Very, very light, a lot lighter than I thought it would be, because it does look kind of chunky, and there's all these kind of different kind of materials, plastics being used, and I thought it would have been a lot heavier, but surprisingly not as much. And mainly probably because of this really thin upper right here. It's so, like, look at it, it's like it's so squashable. It feels like the whole thing could be like squashed except for this, but except for the midsole, which is really rigid. It's really tough, so that's pretty good. Another thing is these don't have shoelaces, or if you count these as shoelaces, these look like the hair tie materials that you tie your hair up with, and that's what it feels like. That's sort of the thing that kind of keeps the upper from flying off or being too flimsy, and it keeps it strapped to your foot. This little strap, this elastic strap right here. But what's really cool is, as I said before, you can just pull it up there, get your foot in. So squash this, pull this, and it kind of creates obviously a bigger opening for your foot to get in, so it's easier for your to put these sneakers on. And another thing is that what I wanted to say is that as you can see in the midsole, there's kind of these cutout sections here. So you could feel this. This definitely feels different to this. So these are cutouts, and this is like the midsole or the outsole, and it's different material. And what's really cool about it is that these squares you can see there, those ones, right? It looks like this material, the insole material. So this material here, this is exactly the same as that material crushed up to create this one. Pretty impressive, pretty cool. So 20% material recycled just from the midsole alone. It is, I think, recycled Zoom X midsole that they've got from other different like parts of the factory and then just crushed it and made this one. And also the upper is 50% of its weight is recycled. So I don't know how that really is calculated. Either way, I'm still always up for like materials being reused for sneakers. I think it's definitely the future, and it's definitely something that all brands should really get behind. Also, I did want to say is that the box as well, guys, so it's pretty much branded everywhere that they're trying to move to zero kind of you know, carbon and waste, which is pretty cool. And what I liked about it is when you open the box, obviously yeah, there's no more of that extra paper there that you don't really need technically. It just feels nice when you open it and ooh, it's like a fresh piece of paper kind of thing. But they removed that, which is, I think, is a pretty good idea. It does feel like, yeah, it feels like you're on an elevated piece of like, yeah, material. That's what I think. There's a really big bulge here on this side, so it does kind of, you know, a little bit tall. It does make you feel a little bit taller, which is a plus side for me. Also, I really wanted to say is that because there are no laces, so it's only got these kind of two straps to kind of put you in, it kind of does feel like, yeah, you're not really supported from the upper. So I wouldn't really use this for sport. I really would recommend just using it probably for casual and maybe light runs and all that kind of stuff, but nothing like stopping and starting, you know, where you have to change different kind of directions, because I really feel like, yeah, your foot's gonna like pop out on this side. If you run too fast, you stop and then you might blow the material out. That being said, it does feel really light. Like, look how big it's this sneaker. When I saw it in hand, it does look a lot bigger than what I expected it to be, but it still feels really soft. It feels really light is what I'm trying to say, sorry. This material, the midsole, when I was like putting in hand and feeling it with my hand, it feels kind of tough, you know, but when you actually put them on your feet and you put your weight on it, it almost feels like it's styrofoam. It's like really kind of, it's really squishy almost. That's what it kind of feels like to me. Very nice on foot, very comfortable. Definitely no braking time needed with these ones, because yeah, the material for the upper is like so stretchable. Like it's, yeah, it's like Prestos. It's just like material, and it really conforms to the sides of your foot, and that's something I really like. So definitely this will be staying in my rotation for a while. I just really did wish that they kind of changed this up. I'm not really a big fan of that back piece there, that back tab, whatever the Kizik design thing that they were trying to do, but I still dig the look though, because it is a little bit different. I don't know, I don't see a lot of people wearing these. It feels like, yeah, it's more of a casual shoe for me at the moment. So these aren't that expensive as well, so they're only 170 Australian dollars, so pretty good bang for your buck, especially if you're going to use it a lot. I will definitely like to use this a lot for like work and all that kind of stuff. So easy in, out, very comfortable, very breathable as well. Probably not a really good one for the winter, because yeah, because even like when I look at it with my eyes going straight into it, it looks like, yeah, I can see through it, straight through it. So if this gets wet or anything, it's going straight into your sock or into your foot, you know, kind of thing. But very, very good for summer. Definitely a really good choice. That's all I can probably really say much about this. A lot of different features, and for $170 is not that bad, you know. So it's definitely a good pickup if you're looking into getting a very well ventilated, light, comfy sneaker. So that's probably my recommendations. Definitely go get it if you're in the market for it. Pretty much that's my review. Thank you once again for watching. Please let me know what you guys think. You know, are these a sneaker that you'd want to get? Where would you use this sneaker? Are you know, do you like the look of this kind of design? And yeah, let me know in the comments below. Thank you once again for watching this video, and if you liked it, please give me that big thumbs up, and also if you like the content in general, please consider subscribing to the channel. Anyway guys, thanks once again for watching this video. I hope you're all staying safe. Take care. Peace.